Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with this Vibe with 5 special. I was ready to go back into the office and
breaking news.
Focus
Trent,
on
Alexander-Arnold and Tomori are not in the squad today to play for England.
Well, do you know why, Rio? Because it was a flawless defensive performance on Friday night, wasn't it?
No. It weren't good enough.
Exactly.
It weren't, but you know what? I don't even know what. I don't see Southgate staying after this World Cup, man. The juice is gone, Rio.
No, but you know what? Listen, this guy. Let's forget what news we've just heard break, and forget the performances of late. Yeah, what he managed to generate along with this team, what he created, we haven't seen in this country since 1966.
Yeah, but
we've not seen it. Two tournaments.
That's probably the easiest route.
Semi-final. Doesn't matter. You got to still beat what's in front of you. South Africa wasn't the easiest. Wasn't the hardest route.
I'm sorry, Ria.
Right, but we've got to a final within a whisker of winning that. We've got to semi-finals in the tournament before that. Like, just roll yourself back to the feeling that we had in that time.
Yeah, you say that, but listen, he's probably got the most talented team since the golden generation, since you boys. Right, and I know you guys have
got to a final,
absolute howler in 2000.
Real, and I'll flip it this way: the semi-final he bottled. Now you might not have beaten France, that might be a given, but he got to the final. He had the opportunity to win these things, and decided against attacking in either of those games. Played awfully in both of those.
No, I get that he didn't get over the line, but. Are we talking like, well, okay, let's sack the man who got us to a final of a Euros?
No, what we're saying, Rio, is sack the man that has equalled San Marino's record of not scoring an outfield goal in this entire little Nations League thing.
No, I'm not defending. I'm not defending what's gone on of late. Yeah, I'm not saying because I'm looking at it and thinking, wow. We seem to have gone backwards since the
source in the team. You've got Harry Kane. You haven't scored an open play goal in 7.
No, I know. You're getting away from what I'm saying. I understand you. That there's
I didn't even get into that.
There's details within the squad that I don't even agree with, and I think that should be changed. Like everybody, yeah. But surely we're not saying sack the man that got us to a Euros final and a World Cup semi-final.
That's literally what we're saying.
He's outstripped any England manager since '66 in terms of achievements. In tournaments,
Rio.
In terms of tournaments, he's got us to places. He's got us feeling. He had us feeling about the England team like no other England manager has made us feel since 1966.
Would you be happy playing in this current squad right now?
If I got to another final, I would.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't agree personally, but
I don't agree with some of the decisions that are going on right now with the squad. I don't agree with taking players out of form. Like one is all right in a team, but multiple, I wouldn't say that's right. It could be harmful. As a player, I'll be thinking, well, he's not up to speed. Nausea. Like. We can all pick holes in what he's doing, but you can't sit here and tell me this man should be sacked, man. I can't have it
because I don't see any. I don't see England going forward. That's the thing, and he's wasting the generational talent as well.
All right, okay. Who's the generational talent?
Saka, Reece James. Yeah.
Why is he wasting it though? They're playing. They both started the last game. Well,
even when you look at where he's playing Saka, it doesn't make
sense. Saka came in Arsenal as a left back.
Listen, you're looking at this the wrong angle, right? There is one game that England have won in the 3 tournaments that we're about to have under Southgate. One, and that was Germany last year, right?
Outside you got them this week.
Yeah. But that's the only game that he's won that he shouldn't have won. That was the only game he's won where he's been the underdog.
Agreed.
Right? How many times have you seen? This is a guy that plays 5 at the back. He tries to play counter-attacking football against teams that you're supposed to win.
Got smashed by Belgium as well.
That is my
coaching courses. The England DNA is supposedly a dominant possession-based thing where you try and play in the opposition half. And the guy at the top of the England tree don't play like that.
Well, the first point,
he's got the most technical team this country's ever seen, and he plays like it's fucking Stoke.
The first point of the comment there, which is I 100% agree with, when you play that system that he's playing, 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs, it's not the worst case scenario is when someone goes, oh, they're playing 5 at the back. It should be 3 at the back, and your 2 wing backs are like wingers. That's how you want it in an ideal world, but we don't ever get to that point. We don't ever get to that situation because of the way that he sets a team up.
It's funny.
We're defensive.
It's funny because I think probably Grealish is the only one that's been used correctly, coming on as an impact sub. He had a really good game.
So why shouldn't he start?
I don't know. It just doesn't work for him when he starts, as we've seen so far. But when he
You don't
comes
like
on,
the
he's able
flavour.
to change the game.
James
He's able
Sancho's
to
got too
impact
much
the game.
flavour.
See,
Yeah,
for
he
England,
goes
I
to
think
the
Jack
shop and buys ready
should start.
You said Foden.
I said Foden or Jack. I don't care. I'd have either. But I'm just saying, I think Foden, Jack Grealish gives us something on the international scene, which is different to Premier League football. You need to keep the ball for bigger periods. And he takes the ball, draws fouls, he keeps the ball, gets your team up the pitch. Yeah. So we haven't got the ticky-tacky style of football. We just don't play that. He doesn't coach us to play that football. So you need players, individuals who can then keep the ball for you for periods. And Jack can do that. Doesn't play him. I don't know, man. It's just watching England is like, it just reminds me of when I used to play. It was boring. It was graft. It was hard because we made it hard. We were set up rigid and we looked awful. The players that we had, we should have been dusting teams that we never kept the ball.
Would you have kept?
Look who you lost to, though, Rio.
No, we lost to big teams. Brazil went and won the World Cup. We understand that. Big team, like with big players.
Would you have taken Sancho in this squad?
Yeah, I would have, yeah. Given what he's been doing at the beginning of the season.
Dusting 25, 30 goals in Bundesliga.
Sancho probably suits international football more than the Premier League, maybe. Arguably, you could say that. The way he plays.
So why hasn't he picked him then?
I don't know.
The man you're defending. Listen,
he's out here picking Ivan Toney and then just leaving him. Why bring him and then not play him?
Especially when you've only got one game left before the World Cup. It doesn't make sense.
I can't believe
you ain't got friendlies, you know.
Tomori has won Serie A.
Yeah.
He's playing really well, was an integral member of that team and can't get anywhere near the squad, let alone the team. He can't get in the squad for the game. It's and it's not like we're sitting here and going, we've got an unbelievable amount of centre backs to pick from. By the way, give him a go and have a look, see if he can do it.
And this is what me and Steve are saying here, because we're saying it's not that we're trying to get rid of the guy who got to a semis.
You are.
Final.
You are.
Well, there's a bit more to that. We're also saying it's a man where his decisions. He's saying he's picking players based on form. I ain't seen that in in a while. And then at the same time as well, you got these players that he should be giving opportunities to. We ain't got friendlies. If you're going to keep some of these players home because you're going to give the new guys an opportunity, fair enough, that makes sense. But then don't take some of the new guys, don't play them when you can do with them. It's like without.
I just think it seems to me that Gareth Southgate has said, I know who's coming, I know who's playing, and these ain't for me. Like you can't bring. I don't know really many squads that have brought in new players like a striker. Like when Michael Ricketts was on fire, came in England squad, he played, got minutes. Darius Vassell, James Beattie. You can go through it. Like these players that were like, he's come, he's had a bit of form. Okay, let's bring him in. They get moments. They get Andy Carroll. Have a look, see if they can play. We're never going to know. We're going to go into a tournament and never know if Ivan Toney is capable of playing for England.
There you go.
Tomori, can he do it? Like it's just. I don't understand. You haven't done what I think you're meant to do is investigate prior to a World Cup to understand what you can do. But what he's done, he's shown us he's going to go on trust. I trust X, Y, and Z from the experiences I've had with him.
Maguire, who's played 10
Sancho's never let me
again.
down in his eyes. Sancho's never let me down in his eyes, and he's going to go with that. So nothing changes.
Disappointing.
Yeah, but we're talking about a man, and you're giving him loads of props for reaching a final that he didn't win, right? But he also got smacked around off Hungary. He's also failed to score in hours. He's also got England relegated from.
Scored a penalty.
Right? If it wasn't for San Marino, would we have even scored?
I know, man.
Rio.
I know.
Rio.
I'm just looking at it from the point of view that when I played we didn't get near a final. This guy's
because you lost to people who went on and won the thing.
No, I know, but surely you look at it and go, you know what, he's got us to a final. That's the problem for everyone, I think. He's got us to a final, and then we've taken steps backwards. We haven't actually gone on from that and gone, you know what, let's grow. We're playing a bit more expansive, or it's just... It isn't, it's 9 months ago we've taken big steps back. I understand it. But I can't sit here and say the man has got us to a semi-final and then the final in the last two tournaments and sit here and go, he's got to go.
He's picking them players. He's picking the players that got him to the final. And they've, half of that team's done jack shit since that final.
Yeah, I agree. But he might change it up when we get to this tournament.
Stop it. Stop it,
He
man.
might though. He might have something up his sleeve, and he goes, "You know what? To all you lot, have that."
Remember when we
I've got this. I had this in my Skyrocket before. I weren't going to disclose.
Remember when we thought, surely with Grealish's performances, he's going to start starting. Surely. Jadon Sancho, surely.
I was sitting at Wembley going looking at the bench thinking like Grealish is coming on, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sancho's coming on, but it didn't.
This is it. This is a man who lost the final and didn't play those cards.
Yeah.
I like the red kit though.
Got them cards. If you haven't got
like the red kit. I do like the red kit though.
All right, yeah, man.
It was my first kit I ever had was that red one back in the day, 70, I think 79 or 80. No, 82, I think it was. Beautiful kit. Reminds me, nostalgia.
You know what Michael Ballack said?
What?
England need to spend. Someone asked him about England's kit, and he's like, "Yeah, it's beautiful, but our team don't play like that." And he said, "Maybe England need to spend less time focusing on looking pretty and being models, and more time on being a good football team."
All the gear, no idea. That springs to mind.
That's it. That's England.
How is Trent? Hold on. Well, we can't. Hold on. How's Trent not in the squad, man? What's going on there? I can't have it.
I know that you're expecting me to just laugh at this, right? But this just shows how shit of a manager Southgate is. Because the guy plays free at the back. He could play Trent on the right-hand side of that as a wing-back, which would probably suit him better than being a full-back because he's a terrible full-back. But if he was a wing-back, I think he would get you a lot of opportunities. He would create a lot. You want to play on the counter-attack, and you've got a guy that all he does is spams crosses and switches. Like that is the guy that you put in that team. And yet, here he is. No, you take a seat. I'm just going to bore the pants off everyone again. This manager, mate, forget it.
Listen, I don't know how he's not taking him. He's not even in the squad. I don't understand. It's either is he? I know what he is. He's brilliant. He's going to play anyway, or he ain't for me. What is it? That's the question that needs to be asked. Even Leboeuf, Frank Leboeuf had the cheek the other day to say he's a championship defender. You wind him up.
Chelsea.
Yeah, he said he's it's disrespectful. Some people get too disrespectful.
Yeah.
Leboeuf, by the way, Leboeuf defensively weren't the best, by the way. So he's got a cheat.
He was decent defensively.
Defensively,
yes. What next to Marcel Desailly?
No. You, when you look at Leboeuf, you will go, unbelievable on the ball. Defensively, he's all right.
I don't know.
Gives you a chance. Gives you a chance. In the team talks, I was in the team talks against him, and our gaffer would go.
You were 18. Bro.
Our gaffer would go. Yeah, I was there though. I was there. Our gaffer would go. He's unbelievable on the ball. Prepare for this because you have to do a team talk about Leboeuf. He was that good on the ball. We're ridiculous. But you go, right, but you get around him because he'll give us a chance.
Because Desailly was next to him. So if you're looking at Desailly, you're not going to compare them as the same.
No,
you know what I mean?
Oh, that's not.
Speaking of
him as an Desailly, if he was good enough defensively, you wouldn't talk about his defensive frailties. He's saying he's a weakness defensively. Get yourself right round him.
I weren't in your team talks in it, but I'm talking about from analysis.
You're talking about Football Manager or something like that.
No, not Football Manager, bro.
You weren't even watching football them times.
I was watching football. Anyway.
Listen, speaking of not watching football, Joel, can we talk about Saliba, please? And the absolute disaster class that clown had this weekend.
Wow.
Did you see?
Wow.
Listen. I heard he had
give him a chance, man. He's a young player.
I heard he had a tight hamstring, so they had to take him off at half time.
No, they realized this kid ain't it. In 45 minutes, they made a 20-minute disaster.
Why are you always Saliba bashing?
Do you know why I say you putting links in a group chat? Stop it, yeah, because they lost it. Who did they lose to again?
Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. They lost against Denmark last time as well. So,
what's the score though?
2-0, wasn't it?
2-0 slapping.
Before we go, we want to let everyone know that we've got an interview coming out with who?
Don't know where you're going.
Federico Macheda. Goodness gracious. We got Federico Macheda on the channel.
Coming on. Macheda!
He's going to talk to us about his highs, his lows, everything that he's gone through in his footballing career. The period at Man United, that was like the breakthrough period.
Yeah, what it was like for a young player coming into that 2008 team, that change room, the squad, the players that he played with and trained with, and just his journey's been quite a unique journey. Like he's had some ridiculous highs with that crazy goal that changed the dynamic of the season when Liverpool were chasing us, to playing in front of 300-400 people. Like that is such a big difference in terms of where he was in his career, and then he had the ability to come back. And we talked to him about all these things. It's going to be a really good interview. Make sure you press like, share, comment, subscribe, put the notifications on. We're watching the stats, and not enough of you guys are doing it. So make sure you do, please. All right. Joel Beya, Rio Ferdinand, Stephen Howson, signing out. Peace.